I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me.
Yeah, that's a very weird name for a dude who's also a slaver. Hello guys, and welcome back to some more Fallout 3 Modded, where I am locked into a room. Yep, let's see if we can't get out of here. Hopefully without, you know, people getting pissed that I'm picking a log. That would not be good. I didn't have a choice in the matter, okay? At least no one is in here. Oh.
Ah, hello.
Well, hello there, Janice Kaplinski.
I'm Janice Kaplinski, Chief Botanist. What do you need?
What the heck do you do? I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
How is a stranger talking to her gonna make her mood better? Rather than you talking to her because you already know her.
So long.
That is the worst logic I've ever heard. That's saying something, because I've heard bad logic.
Please don't disturb any of my patients.
That is the science lab. That is probably... Ooh, this is Dr. Lee's room. Well, hello there, guard.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Don't mind me. Just jumping about all over the place. Now, I do want to explore every place that I possibly can. Science lab. This is where I'm supposed to go, right?
The most advanced scientific center in the capital wasteland. I find your...
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Sorry, people, that's just my stomach.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
No, let me talk to you.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
Well, you bet I am. I'm listening.
This could be an opportunity of a lifetime for you. I've misplaced some very sensitive property, and you will help me find it.
Well, what kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Ah. Interesting, but what's this got to do with me exactly? So you're the one who was supposed to deliver the android component to. Yeah, but what's this got to do with me?
You're helping me retrieve this android, aren't you? I've tracked him this far. He's out there somewhere, in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'll be compensated for my services, right?
Of course. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Uh-huh. Now I could hand this to you, but I don't know whether I should trust the railroad or trust you. Shall look into finding an android. Yeah, I'll look into it. Why not? Why not?
Excellent. Locate my android and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Okay. Well, I need to know exactly what I'm dealing with. What is this android exactly?
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically.
That's impressive. So any suggestions for finding this android?
Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
Wow, I'm doing a job for you. At least give me the info I need. Someone got their hands on a lipoplasticator and microdermal crystallizer. What?
Really? Someone managed to procure those here in the wasteland? Impressive. But who out here could have the skill to use them? You're making progress, certainly. But you've got nothing more to learn from me. Get back out there. The sooner you find my property...
Yeah, sure. I'm tracking down leads on a circuit neuralizer.
A circuit neuralizer? Here in the wasteland? How'd they manage to get their grubby hands on one of those? Impressive. You are showing signs of intelligence and resourcefulness. You might turn out useful after all. But you're wasting time talking to me.
It doesn't seem stupid, there's that. And a halt. I've heard of you, that's good. Looking for my father, have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
My goodness. What do you know about Simmer?
He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots.
Well, can I get a drink around here? Preferably somewhere clean? She smiles, what? That's not, is that what I clicked? Can I get a drink around here?
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck.
I was just there. Is that a place I can get a drink?
Bye.
What about you, Dr. Lee? What do you have to say?
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people.
Oh.
It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Oh, that's nice. You know it. That's cool. Wait, how do you know who I am? Yeah, wait, how do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
Well, dang. I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
Well, I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
Then just tell me where he is, damn it. I'm sorry, could you please tell me where he's gone?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great, and where is this old lab of yours?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
And can you remind me of where he went? I have very short-term memory loss.
The last I knew, he was headed back to the lab at Project Purity in the old Jefferson Memorial Building. I still say it's dangerous, and he shouldn't have risked it. That's all I know.
Okay, can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
Well, what was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time, and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her? Oh, that's because of her favorite passage, right? Something about the water of life, and that is why he wants to make her dream come true or something? Even though she's dead? I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes. Your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Well, that doesn't give me any info. That could be anyone. The only good info you gave me right there was that she was a scientist. Otherwise, it's just she was a good person. She was excited to meet you. That's not what I'm looking for. Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
Whatever, I never knew her anyway. What? I'm gonna go with I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Oh, it's fine. The bottom part is true. I never knew her anyway. Kinda sad that she died, but you know, it's the wasteland. I've seen what's out there. I've died a couple times myself. So I don't blame you.
Okay.
Don't okay me on that. Can you tell me more about my parents?
What do you want to know?
Nothing.
Okay.
Kind of funny to mess around with when she says okay. Is there any way you can help me out?
Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or you're chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Dang, come on. Isn't there anything you can do to help?
I'm sorry, I am not in a position to help you.
Nothing. Alright, okay, thanks anyway, I guess.
You understand, I have enough to worry about already.
Sure you do. I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Ah, you had a crush on him, didn't you? Tell me about this project you work on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What is it about? Yeah, what's the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened.
Oh.
It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Well, it's not my fault. I was just a little bips. I was just a little baby bips.
Okay.
Okay. What is this lab and what are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
And what do you know about Simmer?
That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team.
Well, you ever heard of someone named Pinkerton?
That idiot? He left so long ago, most folk don't even remember him. He claimed to have found a secret stash of technology somewhere in the ship. Then he just disappeared.
Alright, and what kind of place is this Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
Are you doing that on a broken ship? I mean, I've seen Megaton, and it's kind of, it makes more sense. But like, you're on a ship. How is that gonna help people survive on land and rebuild society? Because you don't have any dirt. Unless you carry dirt up and then pour it out somewhere, maybe. No, then it wouldn't work, because then it wouldn't have been able to go on the ground. Oh well, never mind. I'm thinking about it too much.
Your father.
Hey, maybe if you did something right outside of it. Oh wait, are you using that one now? You are. Don't mind him, he just kind of stops and stares at everything. He's pretty cool, right? You're Gaza, huh?
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you do around here?
I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
Huh, that's nice. Okay, so I have to go this way. Alright, where is the guy I'm supposed to talk to? Guessing in here. Feel free to browse the collection. Oh boy. The Constitution of the United States was drafted in... Oh my goodness, I don't need to know the US history. Nope. I respect the thought of and the process going through it, but I'm just not that interested. This guy? Are you in here? You're sleeping. Don't sleep. I need you. To talk to you, buddy.
It's so very nice to see you again.
Well, the same
What
goes
can
for
I
me.
help you with?
Would you like to make an offer on Lincoln's rifle?
I can't believe you have that artifact in your possession. What an amazing addition it would make to the museum. I will buy it from you for 100 caps. What do you say?
Just 100? I'd rather keep it.
Very well, but I doubt anyone else will appreciate its value as much as I do.
I'll just shoot with it then. It's still a very nice gun. I have a document you may want, the Bill of Rights.
Oh my! I never expected anyone to find this. I didn't even know it was still intact. Well, certainly a reward is in order for your efforts. How about 100 caps?
Is that just your go-to 100 caps each time? Sure. Sounds like a deal. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
I have also recovered a copy of the Magna Carta. Are you interested?
Indeed I am. Although there were several copies made of the document, I certainly never expected to come across one intact. What do you say to 75 caps for it?
Just 75? I thought you was 100. Yeah, I thought you were 100 kind of person. Well, sure, fine.
Thank you very much.
Not like I'd wait anything anyway. Okay, let's see. Can you show me how to get to the National Archives on my map?
In the DC ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants.
You don't say.
Here, let me pinpoint its location for you.
Apparently I already discovered it. That's nice. What is the Capital Preservation Society?
I'm collecting artifacts. Historical artifacts. All sorts of things from old DC. It's important work, because, well, it just is.
It just is. Alright, well, I've looked around a bit.
Oh? And have you come to any conclusions?
Yes, it's an interesting collection.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see.
No, just interesting.
Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
It has to be the Declaration of Independence. Why do I need intelligence to say that? It's like, I literally have it, and Sydney told me that, okay, sure.
Why, yes. Your knowledge of American history is quite impressive.
Well, thank you.
What an amazing crown jewel in my collection that would be. The original document created by the people for the people.
You want me to find, Before I continue, well, if you want me to retrieve the declaration, all you have to do is ask.
Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here.
Well, I'd love to do it.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.
Yeah, you know, about that, we already have it, so, you know, it's cool.
Oh, my lord, I never I'm utterly shocked. You two have earned your places in the annals of American history. Yes, indeed. You will be remembered for this great day.
Yay!
I will award Sydney's promised bounty to her personally. No need to worry yourself about that. Enjoy your reward, my friend. You've earned it.
Hey, Sydney.
What's up?
Not gonna say anything? Any interested in partnering up again?
You know, I think I've had my fill of wasteland roaming and picking through ruined buildings for a while. I'm just gonna kick back and spend my caps. But thanks for asking.
Since we're done now, why don't you tell me about yourself?
Huh, I'm surprised that you care. Usually everyone looks out for themselves nowadays. What is it you want to know?
How did you get into the relic hunting business?
I don't know. I grew up pretty much like every other girl in this crappy world. Spent most of my life just trying to keep away from slavers. One day out in the wastes, I stumbled across some poor bastard's body. On the body, I found info leading to some famous document. I had heard that Abraham Washington was looking for these scraps of paper, so I went after the thing. Turned out to be the Constitution. After he loaded me up with caps, I got pissed drunk, got laid, and was happy for the first time in a while. I haven't looked back since.
Oh, okay. You recovered all of that stuff in the Preservation Society's museum?
Oh no. There's more than a lifetime supply of grade A crap in that place. Couldn't possibly do it alone. Like you, he hires anyone off the street. Honestly, I don't care what he does with that stuff. As long as the caps keep flowing, I'll be there to collect.
Alright, well, nice gun. I've never seen one like that. I mean, I guess she already told me, right? It was her dad's gun?
Yeah, it is nice. I don't even sleep without it under my pillow. My father made gun ammunition for a living. Taught me everything about how firearms work. So I've spent my downtime tinkering with guns like my 10mm Ultra SMG here. It's like a hobby, I guess.
Quite a nice hobby. That's all for now.
Okay.
So whatever happened to your father?
I thought he was the best. My mom was long gone, so all we had was each other. He used to call me his little moonbeam. How sappy is that? But when I was 14, he vanished and left me all alone. Never even said goodbye. I cried for a week.
I know how that
Do
feels.
I have to tell you what it's like for a young woman alone in the wasteland at that age?
Never
I don't know
mind,
where he
maybe a
went,
woman.
and I don't care. I just hope he got what he deserved, the son of a bitch.
Okay, maybe I don't know how it feels. I was left in a vault, you were left out in the wasteland. Okay, and a woman at that. I mean, I guess slavers were after you? Oh, what are you up to?
Well, now that we brought back the Declaration, I think I'll take my cut of the earnings and head out to get drunk. Look me up in the underworld if you ever need me. I usually hang there since ghouls don't hit on me all the time.
Underworld, huh? You know what? I'm gonna go to Underworld to get you at some point. And then I hope you have gotten drunk and had enjoyed your time, and then we can team up again, huh? Sounds good? I think that sounds good. Alright,
Yeah, see you.
cool. So you're leaving off for now. Don't worry, I'll bring her back at some point. Now let me look. How good is my Lincoln rifle? Lincoln repeater. It is 44 ammo. I don't have anything else that uses 44 ammo, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Sorry, dude, but I'm gonna keep this one. Mine. And I really don't want all the other like weird stuff I have in my inventory that's also history related. Oh well, let's see. What else do we have here? That is the memorial that Dr. Lee was talking about. That is the Ranger compound. Why do I know what that is again? Continue to search for clues. Oh my goodness. I could try to help Rayleigh's Rangers, and then through that I might be able to get another companion. Like, I do pick up my companions myself. I don't use the extra companion system. Then I'll see if I can make them into guard mode, because otherwise they die away too easily with this mod. Like, way too easily. Yeah, I also need to return to Brian Wilkes. Like, is it still, like, all the way? Yes, it is. This is gonna be very interesting. Alright, but first let's find the good old dude that I'm looking for. Where is he? This one. The replicated man. Because it said there was a Pinkerton was hiding in the shipwreck, but they also said it could be Maya Lux.
Marshall just found some from the lower deck. Hey,
Oh my goodness. Who the heck lives in here? This is an awful place.
Cindy's got all kinds of good cats.
Smells in there.
Try that.
I'll try that.
Is this Sunday? Is this Sunday in game? It's Sunday.
One of the new immigrants died of radiation poisoning last week.
I do the
Yeah,
repairs
I heard she
around
was
here,
drinking
so
river
if you see
water.
something that needs
The ship's-
fixing,
Oh,
this
sure.
place could use a few more people willing to work. Everything is falling apart. I'm the only one willing to fix it.
Well, I can't really do anything with that, sadly. Oh, goodbye, Henry.
Nice talking to you.
Water isn't much
Hey.
better. If we
Hello,
don't
Miss
get
CJ
Fairfax.
Young, hello.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Sorry, I'm no stranger. I am a person. Do you know anything about Rivet City? How they made it? Anything?
It's a boat. A really big boat.
That's a ship, not a boat. Sound like one of those old people that's like, they used to sail out and it's like, a kid calls it a boat. It's not a goddamn boat, it's a ship!
Bye.
Bye.
all end up like her.
Nice to see you.
Oh, it's you.
Don't
Mei
mind.
Wong.
Stay away from me. What do you
What?
want? Are you one of them?
I'm not going to hurt you. What is you scared of?
I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me.
Yo, that's a very weird name for a dude who's also a slaver. Why would you call yourself Sister? Maybe he had an identity crisis? Now I understand. Don't worry, I would never turn in a runaway slave.
Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night.
Alright, here's 25 caps. You can buy yourself a gun. Just know how to shoot it.
Thank you. I'll go to Flak and Shrapnel's just before closing. I don't have anything to give you, but I think I can trust you with a secret. If you ever go up north, there is a secret slave hideout called Temple of the Union. You might find them useful.
Oh, that's nice. That means the
Morning.
story checks out.
I'm Cindy. Cindy Cantelli. I'm a quick fix. I run a quick fix. Anyway, you were saying?
I like you. You're funny. I assume you sell chems.
Yeah, Polly and I. Our shop is in the market. Boy, that sounded dumb. Where else would our shop be? Anyway, thanks. For being nice, that is.
Alright, so your husband is an addict?
He's hopeless. I have to keep him away from the shop, or he'll rob us blind. One of these days, he's going to end up dead.
Alright, and where can I get a stiff drink?
The Muddy Rudder. Bell waters down the liquor, but it's cheap. It's on the lower deck.
Okay, what about Bannon?
We haven't met. I'm Bannon, proprietor of Potomac Attire and city council member. You should stop by my shop. What you're wearing is dreadful.
What? What? I'm just gonna ignore him, and I'm just gonna say, so you're on the city council.
Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes.
Wait, what do you mean by you can be very influential if you know what I mean? Normally that refers to something sex related, alright? And I doubt you suck everyone off. Again, it's me overthinking things, it's fine. Whoever this Seagrave is, I think he's a threat to your influence.
A threat? No, of course not. Well, maybe. He wants to replace me on the council. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. Now, if someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative.
Okay, I'll try to find something. It doesn't really matter. Is there anyone on this ship named Pinkerton?
Now, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Never met the man myself, but rumor has it he helped found Rivet City. Some rumors say he died trying to loot the broken bow of the ship. Others say he joined up with the Enclave.
The Enclave? Okay, so you're on the city council. Yeah, I think you already said that, but sure, I'll ask again.
Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential.
No, not that again. Why are you guys living on this boat?
It's a place to live, safe from raiders and super mutants. With Dr. Lee on our side, maybe we can even begin to rebuild the world.
Okay, I need to get going.
Bye.
Bye.
The Mirelurks have been quiet lately.
Hello there, Mr. Lopez.
Haven't run into you before. You probably wouldn't remember me anyway. I'm Mr. Lopez.
Why wouldn't I remember you?
Nobody does. I'm not very memorable.
Oh,
Don't
poor
worry.
guy.
It won't be a problem for much longer.
Yeah, well, at the time I have to go now.
Whatever. Just leave me alone.
What's wrong with you, buddy?
I'll just stay here, alone.
What's his deal, Angela Staley? I have not met you before.
Yes, sir?
So, what's the story with Dr. Lee?
She's not very social. Stays in her lab in the stern. She's smart, though. Real smart.
What's it like living on a giant ship?
It's noisy, dark, and smelly. But we're safe here. No super mutants or raiders. And maybe Dr. Lee will find a way to get clean water for us.
Well, do the men on this ship give you much trouble? Why am I asking this?
You mean like hitting on me? No. Most of them are polite. Even the ones like Diego that I'd want to flirt with seem to ignore me.
So you and Diego are in love?
Well, one of us is. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even know I'm there.
Well, men are such pigs. Forget him. What? Unfortunately, you can't force a man's into attentions.
Especially if he is a priest with a thick skull.
That is true.
Well, I'm not giving up. I just know we're made for each other.
You can't force it, lady. Time for me to go.
Later.
I can ask what he thinks, and then we can work from there if you want. Christine Young. Have I spoken with you before?
Hello.
Because you heard of me. Are you related to Henry Young?
Henry's my husband.
Ah.
I have a daughter, CJ, too. You'll see her running around here with James Hargrave.
What do you people do here all day?
We're the lucky ones. We don't have to fight just to survive. We have normal jobs. I clean the halls. It might not look like it, but you should have seen it before.
Thank you for your help.
Goodbye.
That was awful help.
Hello.
If that even was help.
Hello.
Good to...
God bless you and keep you.
I hear Angela Staley has a crush on you.
What are you talking about? I'm a man of the cloth. Well, I will be as soon as Father Clifford.
You
Never
look
mind.
creepy in the
It
dark.
doesn't matter what Angela thinks. Soon I will take vows of chastity.
Okay, I believe you. I was just curious about it.
I forgive you. More importantly, God forgives you.
Alright, dude. Okay.
God bless you.
See you.
Yes?
Alright, well, before this sermon here begins, I thought I wasn't gonna go to church, but I guess I'm at church right now in this game. So
Saint Monica bless you.
yeah, sure.
What's going on here, kid?
Well,
I thought you were some sort of badass.
You know,
Hey there.
for once, that kind of makes sense when you say that. I love how he also doesn't enter. Jericho is fine just because you were raider back in the days. You know, it doesn't mean you can't go in here. I mean, I'm in here and I killed some innocent people. Haha.
Morning.
Probably shouldn't say that out loud here. Since people are now staring at me. That's kind of creepy. I don't feel that welcome anymore. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button. If you want to see more from me, search for 8,000, the subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next one. And as always, stay awesome.